Okay, so we have Sir with us, and I think Sir is the perfect person to really answer this question. So, Sir, basically, there is a buzz around the market that Tailwind is dead or Tailwind is dying. So, what are your opinion on that as a developer, as a software engineer? Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we are going to discuss about a very trending topic going over the internet. Is Tailwind dead? Okay, so lately I've been seeing a lot of posts, tweets, and comments saying things like Tailwind is no more, people are not even reading the docs, and even rumors around the layoff and budget cut, especially around companies like internet facing SaaS tools. So the big question is Tailwind actually dying, or it's just a rumor? Second we have is, should we be worried if we are using let's say Tailwind in the production? Let's assume you are an engineer, you're a software developer, and your code contains Tailwind classes. So are we supposed to get worried about this? Okay, so now the question is about who this video is really for. So this video covers basically a wide range of spectrum. It's for the people or for the beginner who are about to use Tailwind classes and they're confused that they should be learning Tailwind or not. This video is also for the people who have been working since long, like tech leads or engineers who are worried about long-term stability. Not only for them, it's also about someone who is just getting started with Tailwind classes. Their production code consists the same, and now they are worried about whether their production code is going to survive or not. So now the important question, is Tailwind really dead? Short answer is definitely not. What you are seeing currently or whatever is happening right now is just a market correction and not a product failure. CSS is used by millions and billions of softwares which is currently live and up running. We all know 60 to 80% of them heavily relies on Tailwind. So we cannot definitely say that Tailwind is dead. So this is the very important point that we have to notice. Also, while going through the feeds and other things, I just came to one problem that people are throwing around, especially who doesn't have that much knowledge about tech. So what exactly is happening? See, if you try to understand from a non-tech people or non-tech person point of view, so they just look into the charts, they just look into the information that they are getting, that okay, Tailwind website is not getting users, XYZ thing, or people are not reading their documentation, they are dead, they are firing, everything is alright. But we need to understand that just because of that, Tailwind is not going to get died, or Tailwind is not going to get stopped. So we need to rethink once from an engineering point of view. So see, millions of apps are live and up on Tailwind. So it's not like on a random night, random Friday night, they will simply just shut it down or deprecate it completely, and you'll crash, your app will crash in production. No, this is not something that's how it works. Okay, so we need to understand one clear thing. Even if Tailwind is dead, let's assume Tailwind is dead, so the worst condition that we can get is we get a plenty of time to shift from Tailwind to some other utility classes or some other, let's say Bootstrap for an example, which is existing. And during that period of time, Tailwind will be up and serving your production apps. And then after that particular thing, it might get deprecated. Again, I don't think so it will get, but yeah, this is the worst that we can get. Okay, now let's take some point of view, some opinion from our developer team, our tech team, about the same buzz which is going around. So here we have our first developer. So what do you think, like, is Tailwind really dead, or what is your opinion around this buzz?
I don't think so Tailwind will get or like vanish out of the market so randomly. I know that there are some like bad phase that's going on with the Tailwind. They have fired I think so 70% of their workforce.
Yeah.
And I can also understand the impact of AI that has been like added to the Tailwind. Although the users are very less who are right now reading the documentation going on the site, official site. So as you also know that the main source of income was ad. Okay, so I understand it's in a decline phase, but according to my experience, according to my knowledge that I have, I don't think so Tailwind as a framework is going to vanish out of market and out of the development world. So it will keep on going.
Okay, let's move on to our next developer sitting right over there. And he is Okay, so one important part is he basically works in backend. So yeah, let's see. Like, okay, so there you go. He's building something. And what do you think? कि एक बार जा गया कि Tailwind is dead या ऐसा कुछ मार्केट में, तो being a backend developer आपका इस पे क्या ओपिनियन?
एक्चुअली टेलविंड जा नहीं सकता अभी, नॉट 100%, बिकॉज many tech companies are using currently Tailwind, so I think not completely, but approx 70% it becomes dead, but not 100%.
Okay, so he's in favor किया.
Yes.
Yeah, it might get, but okay. We have our last developer over here, and he's really good at front end. So here we have our front end developer. He's really good at front end. He does UI really good. So Prathamesh, what are your opinion? What are your point of view about this buzz that Tailwind is going to get managed?
No, I don't think so. Means it's more developer friendly rather than any CSS library, just like Sass or just normal CSS.
Yeah. So
So, what do you think? Like, what's the conclusion that you want to add to it? If it will vanish or not?
yes or no?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Sir with us, and I think Sir is the perfect person to really answer this question. So, Sir, basically there is a buzz around the market that Tailwind is dead or Tailwind is dying. So, what are your opinion on that as a developer, as a software engineer?
See, if you ask me personally, whenever there are few things in the market, especially in the space of the tech, which are constant, right? For example, if somebody has to build a website, few constants will always be there. At the core, there will be HTML. At the core, there will be CSS. At the core, there will be JavaScript. It was there 10 years back. It will be there 20 years from now also. But the framework which are built on the top of it, for example, initially people were writing in the core CSS, and then they started using the different types of the frameworks and the libraries of the CSS. Tailwind was one of those which have been doing a lot of news in the last few years right now. And now people have started trying to move beyond the Tailwind itself. So that has been the trend. Years back, people have been working on the PHP. Then they moved to the Angular. Suddenly the React came and everybody started talking about the React. Today everyone is talking about the Next. Right? And then tomorrow some other framework will come up. So these frameworks will always evolve. So I think we should not give much hype to a framework or a technology. Stick to the basic core concepts. In the future also, the fundamentals will be the CSS will remain intact. And I think we should not pay much hype to the news that Tailwind chala jayega and what will happen. Makes sense?
As your conclusion, Tailwind is not going.
Okay, guys, so the conclusion is Tailwind is definitely not dead. This is just another buzz around the market. And I would like to know your opinion in the comment box below. So you can put whatever you want, whatever shit you want, you can put it in the comment box. We'll go through it. And yep, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel for more such true tech content. So do hit the bell icon as well.